Welcome. Hello. Thank you so much for tapping in, turning on, tuning in with I, Enchantress the Babbler, on our evolutionary ride. It's all happening right now at this time. So I'm actually really excited to be on today because I have some time. Yay. Okay, so that's going to annoy me because it's not lining up with my lips. Okay, maybe it is now. Alrighty, so yeah, so we're gonna have our little galactic cosmos make us feel, trippy as it is, but weep now or nevermore. Weep now or nevermore. So I just feel right. So I'm feeling relaxed. So weep now or nevermore. And I just feel like I guess I'm just jumping right in. But whatever. We're gonna timestamp this too because I feel like it's just gonna be an evolutionary spin of a variety of kind of things. Because I have fun. Right? So and it's great when you make time, right? So it's like let it go, right? The release. Like you just have to let it go. Like whatever it is, right? Or the holding on to it, like the pain, like the sad, the prick, right? The memory too. And you could be like, oh, how can you be so insensitive to say, because this could apply to sadness in any kind of way. And I know this coming from a melancholic strain of DNA that just wanted to entertain my entire existence. And so like a lot of the stuff too is the thoughts of how we hold on to something. Oh, right. Hold on. And so it's like the thoughts one might hold on to that triggers the cause and effect of the stream of the line of thoughts that will tailor to that structure of thought or way to see something, right? It's like the way that you look at something. And if we're going to look at something, right, we can look at it face on, right? And it's just like, let me see it because you want to see it, not hide from it and not hold it. You want to see it, right? You want to deal with it, right? One of the most challenging aspects of a lot of things is like feeling through the healing part that takes place when you go through the feeling in order to deal with something. And it's that process, right? That transit through that most people tap out from because they don't want the piercing stuff to fully go through. So they'll hold on to an aspect of it and pause the time there. And then repeat becomes the structure out there, And that's like habitual behavioral patterns and conditioning that will affect you in some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, how do we create the atmosphere that is going to be beneficial to our, hi little girl, to the way that we want to grow in healthy, wealthy, stealthy ways. So it's just like, you got to get out of your own way, right? But it doesn't mean that you don't have things that you have to process, that you have to go through. Like, you're not exempt just because you're a spiritual person, or just because you've reached a certain level of ascension or heightened energy, frequency, vibration. This is still a collective universal thing happening here. And it's wild. It's wild. And it has nothing to do with deservingness. Deservingness is how you allow for certain aspects to go down or to play out, or that learning the value of what you deserve. But collectively, on a universal like sphere of existence, this is just it's neutral. It's a neutrality that that just is. Right? It's like you gotta go through. It's like life and death. Like, no matter what, right? That's as we know it, inevitable. Life and death. Now, how the transits play out from that life to that death, that's a roller coaster ride. And so there will be highs, there will be lows, there will be mids, there will be waves, but it's about getting out of your own like way. And so when shit happens, because shit happens, it can suck, right? But the way that we choose to look at the happen is what can be paralyzing to the greater sense of our own evolution when we don't let it go. It's like, okay, hold up. Let me figure this shit out. Let me let me get up. let me figure this shit out. Let me stop reflecting or crying about, right? It's like one of my favorite quotes. Like, stop crying. Like, if you're gonna cry about something, make sure that you're not crying about the same thing twice. That shit is reflective. That's like, whoa, like hold up. Let me really see upon that which I'm holding on to. And shit can suck, and I'm saying that's from a traumatic freaking background, and it's how we choose to look at something. Right? It's how we choose to look at something. It's how we choose to vibrate about that something. And so it's like, weep now or never more. So weep now. It's okay to weep. It's okay to mourn. It's okay to process that weep and process that mourn. And in that sense of death, right? Know that we will be reborn unless you choose to stay in the death cycle. Right? It's like the souls that didn't want to die and they had to be walked through to the other side, and they met with the God because they can get out of their own way, even in death. You know what I'm saying? So I got my hair everywhere. So yeah. Hey, didn't I have it did. Hold on. Right, so yeah, so it's this student, because I'm looking at the page of wells here, right? Oh, that my young life were a lasting dream. You know what I mean? And it's just like this opening of emotion that is new, that you're learning, that you're processing, that requires you to go through the fields, to know what is real, until you solidify the deal. And it'll feel surreal. The Knight of Wands is progression. High Priestess, there's that. There's the growth of your own development, of your own intuition. Let my heart be still a moment and this mystery explore. As a thing of art, nothing could be more admirable than the painting itself, but it could have been neither the execution of the work, nor the immortal beauty of the countenance, which had so suddenly and so vehemently moved me. Oh, that my young life were a lasting dream. And so, right, it's like the naivety of belief, right? Like that's even like with like it has been a huge disappointment for me in my life, especially in personal relationships, whether it be family, friends, whatever. I've always felt shortchanged my personal experience with people because it never was a two-way street, right? Like in terms of what I give, I don't receive. And and then we can stay stuck on that leveling of perception, you know what I mean? Like it could be like it's so unfair. So in my childhood, youth, I felt like it was so unfair. I was like, this is not fair. This is not fair because I just want connection out there in a genuine way. And it's not fair that I am naturally kind. I'm naturally good. I have no ill will towards fucking you. And people will just hate you. People will just, and again, and I know that it's projection, and I know that it sucks, right? And it's just like, my gosh, like, what is your problem? And then because you see the highest of the octaves of, like, from that highest octave of placement of compassion too, you understand where they're coming from. And so you disregard how these people have treated you because you're looking at their greatest potential because that's the sight that you see. But then the pain that goes and it stabs so deep is the treachery, the betrayal, and the settlement that is undeserving of you. And that shit'll suck too, because it's like, damn. Damn. Stab through the fucking heart. People that you could love, adoringly, and they will side eye you and shade you every chance they got. And it'll come from the closest of fucking people. Right? And all my life, right? Personally, I'm just sharing. It felt unfair. Like, why do I care in the light that I do? And they don't do the same towards me. Immediate family, cousins, friends, again, parents, like you get them, well, not parents because my mom passed, but I'm just, and my dad, was there and all this kind of stuff. And it's never the same. It's always like either competition or, oh, you think you're better than me, or and they try to snuff out that type of energy from you, that light that you are, that emotional creature too, that has sensitivities and just wants, can we all just get along? Feeling like on foreign territory, like what the fudge is wrong with your inner alchemy that you coming at me like this? So then that builds tough skin too, right? That builds like a brick fucking wall. Like, come at me now, right? Like it's like a brick wall you're gonna hit, right? And so it'd be like, shit, will this ever transmute, transform, like be something else reborn? And that's the thing. You're that thing. You're that alchemy. You're that solution. And then again, this is that stabbing perception. That martyr archetype that needs to be slaughtered, that needs to be transmuted, right? Because, but I feel called upon that, which I must do and see and execute. You know what I mean? But damned if I do, damned if I be, this kind of stuff and all this kind of battling and all this kind of stuff. And it's just like, well, that shit is rough. That shit is tough. That shit is whacker crackers, right? And so so it's going back to the quill. Listen. That's funny. She was cute because before I was trying to record with her there, like nearby, doing her stuff, but I hear everything and I'm sensitive to everything. So I paused it, took an attitude and all, nothing bad. And I was like, all right, I'm just gonna wait till you finish because it's distracting. So she came back out again, and she's like, to make the noise, and then she makes the noise, and she's like, peeks her head like, I was like, so it was cute. It's really cute. But back to the quill, right? So I love being a mom. It's like, if there's anything that I've ever did right, that's how I feel about it. Is there ever anything I did right? And we're going to talk about that more too, because I keep talking about that like in the evolutionary blogs too. But that's a dynamic quantum part of you. Those of you that are either parents or soon to be parents or going to be parents, the testimony in that, because the energetic spiritual warfare that can come from that, and it will attack. Subtly. In ways or very direct. There's been moguls that have been coming out left and right towards me and my freaking daughter. Got stories for days. Right? So be vigilant in your discipleship of how you handle your vessel. Because the most important role you will ever play, never mind your career and all this kind of shit, is the role as a parent. So never mind all that other shit. At the end of the day, the biggest thing here is our role as a parent, if we plan to be one. Okay. But going back to that perception of that quill, it's how we're looking at it, right? It's how, it's what that looks like right here, right? So it's like, is it really unfair that people don't return in kind the energy that I give to them all of the time? Yeah, sure, it's unfair. Now, are you going to stay with that's unfair? Yes, that's unfair. It's unkind or whatever. But is it really unfair? And do you really need to be there? Do you get that shift of like, all right, granted, it's an unfair energy, right? And some of the stuff, like, like for me, like when I lost my mom, that was, I didn't care the logic, the spirit. Oh, I fought spirit hard as a kid. I said, I didn't care. I didn't care about how otherworldly I can communicate, tap in, turn on, tune in, and feel. That's not the reality I wanted to be real. What I wanted was her here. That's not fair. That's how I felt. That's how I felt. Is that how I feel now? Oh, great thing for evolution, right? Great thing for evolution. So I still think that that happened to me as a child was unfair. No. It is what it is. It's not unfair. But it has sure been a huge part of my process, my progress, my evolution, the way I think, the way that I move, and the way that I saturate, how I invigorate, how I do what I do when I do, and how righteous my riot act can be. Right? So, getting into that inner territory to process, and you're on your progress. That's a beautiful place to be. You want to feel, even though the shit fucking hurts. You got a world of people numbing their fucking pain because that shit hurts. And so they never get through. Because numb, dumb, be that leveling of lazy that has yet to learn the discipline or put in the act of getting themselves through that turbulence. That shit hurts. That will be your testimony. That will be your bounty, your beauty, your strength, your liberation. You're free. Because you didn't stay in the transit. You got through it. And your testimony will prove it. So yeah, allow the healing. And the healing comes with the feeling. And if you ever get stuck in a feeling, let it begin to reveal to you that which question you must ask. Speak. Question. Research. Why am I staying in this particular stuck emotion? What is it that I am not seeing that needs to be revealed unto me to help me get through this rough patch, to help me get through this challenging emotion, to help me get through this challenge at this time that I feel like I am experiencing? I want to be in the right alchemy. Help me see that which is just. Help me do that which is right for the greater good of me and the all. Help me rise victorious, well-rounded, grounded, feeling free, living authentically, genuinely, myself. Healthy, wealthy, stealthy in every kind of dynamic quantum way. Help me realize that which I may not see. Help me get through this really tough thing. Because there's so much more to explore. And that's the part we're going to get excited about. So shifting. We're going through. Because all of it is excitable too. I'm excited to be. I want to be. I wrote that, right? And I've been reflecting because I almost died. And when that happened, it's like another hit of bright light. And you just see what you didn't see. Meanwhile, you may have thought you see, but you see a little bit more. And that opens a whole other portal door that makes you beat ferociously more in a way that is like, to go check out those fuck you activations like that. The fuck of activation. The audacity of other energies or entities, beings, twisted, rolling, quilling you. It just rise. Like Bruce Willis, right? Indestructible. What was the name of that movie? Unbreakable. Chicka, hold on. Oh my god, it's really funny. She's like, are you crying? Yeah, right. Anyway, it's happened like a 10 of pause. Pauses, what is pause in this one? Walls is water. Quills is sword. Pause is pentacle. It is a happiness to wonder. It is a happiness to dream. Yes, 10 of pause, you and me, right? Together it shall be, right? But then underneath, I see the 5 of quills. The stuff that goes on around. That 5 of swords type of energy. The individual who prolonged, it is known, this beyond a doubt. He was seen to take it. It is known also that it still remains in his possession. So are you going to take it? That's the thing, right? The quill on the back, right? You go through, pierce it through, be like, you know what? I'm pissed that shit through myself, ripped it out my fucking self, right? And got myself, helpful self. We're gonna keep it moving on over here. Like, you irrelevant, the energies over there, you hear, my dear? You gotta reach me on my frequency, you hear. And if you don't reach me on my frequency, I can't hear you. I can't hear you. I said, I repeat, I cannot hear you. Right? So you just get back into that strain of DNA, of type of alchemize, of a line. I can't hear you. I can't feel you. You can't reach me. You don't even know what day of the week got be on. So what are you talking about? Go sing your own damn song. Go raise your own damn alchemy. Don't come at me with no shit, you see, because I will blast you for all eternity. Rise in energy frequency to even come say hello to me. What you thought this was? This is mastery on our alchemy. Poetry. Poetry is my soulmate. So yeah, so speaking about soulmate, what's going on? Are we traveling through another topic to soulmates? Oh my goodness, I feel a story percolating. This is entertainment for your entertainment. We'll make that which doesn't fit, but it is a storyline that we are all connected to. The soulmate The life partners coming through. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Throat chakra clearing in every kind of way. We ignite the wave. We ignite the wave. We ignite the wave. Let your weird freak fly, fly. Okay, whatever you feel intuitively called to do at any time, that is part of your alchemizing the line. Do not be ashamed to express yourself free in the way that it is that you want to be. Allow yourself the expression you see, because it's your poetry, it's your alchemy. And anybody that is against it in any kind of way is against themselves. Like, why would you be against my poetry? That's for my living to tell. Like, if you don't like it, keep it moving, keep it growing, keep it going. For people that want to be objective about that which you got, adding their own like limited perspective, you're on your introspective and you're in your whole delight. My cat is screaming. But that's right, because you're going to do yourself right to get into that kind of a line. Right, I gotta go help my cat at this time. She's just annoying. She's gonna be in and out, in and out. Right? So, bibbidi bobbidi boo. Well, what have we have for you in love's department too? So here we are with stories to tell, and here we are. Ooh, Sue Fen. Gaston incites the mob. So there might be something against that which you build, have. But while that's happening on those lands, wedding bells are for bell. So yeah, so there's like war, there is mischief, there is fuck shit going on outside, right? There's like a mob outside against something, the light, the heart, the green. You can see this green, right? The green chakra here, right? So the heart chakra, the healing, right? Against that which is revealing. And these life partners are concealing or really truly, it's sweet. It's like a sweet, 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 slow kiss. It's a sweet, so there's engagement, there's wedding. Look at this, the freaking castle too, right? Because there was a terrible spell. So, right, this terrible spell. Right, what is this thing? For his hard-heartedness, the enchantress transformed the prince into a hideous beast, and all who lived in the castle into an enchanted object. Ashamed of his appearance, the beast hid inside the castle, with a magic mirror as his only window to the world, and the enchantress rose as a constant reminder. Right? So yeah, so there is things coming into light, right? And the grand finale, look at that, the grand finale. I want you to see that. The grand finale, anyways. Cups dance on the tiers of a huge cake. Spoons swing from the chandeliers, and every mug, dish, glass, and utensil joins in. A row of candelabras lift their burning candles in a salute. And chandeliers, schools, sparkling. Amy, how's that? So that could be it too. There may be a lot of interruption in your love life, right? So you may even be single or in a partnership that's not established, or it's in the or friendship, or you might be looking for love and feeling like it's been interrupted, disturbed, and not happening for you in some kind of way, right? And for many of you, maybe too, you can I feel like this love story is not the traditional love story. Like you find somebody like and say, "Oh, he's my soulmate," and then get married. Like this is different than that. Like I feel like that's conditioning too. Um, like I feel like this is like there's been a testimony into your partner, or it's been a walkthrough, even together maybe, and that could be the journey too in itself, because this is a walkthrough together. So this is a little bit further than someone that's actually just single. This is somebody that has a particular person, or that they've been working together on, or they've been, maybe they're working together on something. Yeah, maybe they're, well, maybe that's the thing. You're working together on yourselves, maybe, and maybe not together. There you go. Right? But together in some kind of way. If that makes sense. If that makes sense. So it's like you're working together on something together, but not together. But together. Well, fuck, if that makes sense. Right. And this is mirrors. Mirrors. You are, and then I flip it over. Mirrors to each other. Mirrors. Speaking to one another. Speaking to one another. And it's like this is like even a scratch and see. Scratch and see. You want to scratch and see with me? I don't like the way that feels. So that's scratching. I don't like to. But yeah. Sorry. So yeah, so there is like a so what's happening here? Okay, what's happening here? The mirrors to one another. Okay. Yeah, so pay attention to your dreams. Where they're revealing to you certain kind of things, you should start writing them down, right? Because and you guys sync up in the astral world too, right? This is Plutonian transformation for you, right? This type of love, right? This fulfillment, this wish that you desire to receive, right? That is happening, that is here, right? But there's resistance, right? Because the masculine energy, whether it's female or male, it doesn't matter. The masculine is the action part of an energy. So if someone's closed off, if someone's not ready, that's the act is to be closed off, right? Because they're not ready, the reason, right? But so that's the masculine part of it. They're not talking about the feminine feeling of it. They're talking about the act of it. So I want you to understand it from that leveling of energy, of experience. So the masculine, when I say the masculine energy, I'm not necessarily saying a man, right? I'm just saying that the energy of this partnering may have been closed off, guarded. So therefore creating resistance and not easy come where it has been, and it could also be a different focus. You know, you could, sometimes it's like that, what I was talking about, confusion, look at illusion, right? This Neptunian kind of experience with the quills. You could look at something one type of way and not see the solution because you're seeing it one type of way. So it's like, I could only focus on my career right now. I don't have time for a relationship. It's and mind you, you can have a connection with someone, but this will be your mindset. This will be that quill. That'll be that point of there'll be a point of belief system that will keep you trapped in that illusion, that distorted illusion that can keep you resistant and closed off in something, right? That can keep you separated and longing. separated yet longing, which is revealing, right? The soul wants what the soul wants, right? So Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, fire, Ace, fire, passionate, like free falling, falling into that which you are emerging. Everyone wants that romance and all this kind of stuff, but this is the transit through, you know what I'm saying? Right? Because look at this, and this was coming out upside down, and I'm only because my wrist was a different kind of way, so it's just for proper body mechanics. I didn't want to bring it like that, but it was upside down, which is avoidance, stalemate. So upside down, right? Upside down is avoidance, stalemate. I mean, right side up is avoidance, stalemate. Upside down is coming out of this, right? Coming out of this. Look at on your North Node, purpose, cosmic mission. That be you, right? So the decisions, this is where it's at. The decisions that are happening here that are going to be leading to the celebration, this gift, this abundance that is happening. Look at this rebirth, even maybe by even winter. We're in winter now, but it's happening now, right? So third eye clarity, third eye remembrance, this awakening to that, how you really, right, being present, abundant with gratitude. So look at this like masculine, so I'm thinking masculine energy, right? So the masculine energy being present now, feeling abundant with gratitude. And that shifts everything. That shifts everything of what could have been avoidance and the stalemate, right? Remembering and having this awakening of an experience that is clearing, that is clarifying. It's this rebirth, right? It's happening now in the barren time of season, where things should be, where one is being pushed to be feeling like if something is flourishing, the energy of the time is winter, and therefore it's like barren. This is when you now, like, you know, people think that you this whole flourishing kind of like see, like, so it's like forcing an energy of spring in a winter season. It's like, why are you doing this? Right? So the rebirth is happening through this transit now that is barren. It feels barren. So whatever, you okay? And so the fragmented parts that may have been feeling rejected or like forsaken too, right? That's the topic, and this was coming out upside down too. I just flipped it over. But this toxicity bounding, right, by the patterns that are being released at this time, because you're learning your self-worth, and with that expectations change. There's sun, there's strength, there's empowerment, right? And look at it, I said with change, that there comes courage. There comes courage in this change, and that's the feminine energy coming up. So when the shift in the masculine occurs, right, the feminine side, the feeling side, the energy side gets to also transform through this transit, right, courageously, right? And then we have this water type experience, right? Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, water dynamic that is in its self-love creation, right, with new intention. Beautiful, right? Releasing, surrender, the purge. This watery, emotional self-care energy that's releasing a new cycle of air. Look at mental clarity, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, right? It's creating this mental sphere of clarity, of abundance, right, of love and of, it's how you're thinking of something. I'm sorry. And I looked down and it was rebirth, right? Rebirth this winter, right? So it's like forming the structure to the solid foundation that you're creating here for yourself. That is what's happening, right? And so this is a mix of I guess love and life tied together, right? So right now, so much still shadow work being done, right? On the lack and the doubts, those behavior patterns that interfere with a happy family home and commitment, right? So that's the part that's being worked. And look at the masculine energy, right? Has this shadow side, the dark night, right? That it is about how their perception is of family home commitment, right? So it could be like, look at self-worth and expectations, right? Now starting to self-care in that department as well, right? To bring about the fulfillment of wish, right? So allowing for this transit to truly align and alchemize one in their truth. And it's not easy. It's not easy because it requires a leveling of vulnerability too, right? So look at this, feminine energy. The feminine energy align. That's energy. And so with the feminine energy that's disharmonized, being triggered in conflict right now. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. So there might be certain kind of triggers in life that are happening that are creating disharmony within your own emotional waters. And that's okay, right? So we're gonna grow through the discomfort, the disharmony, the trigger. We're not gonna hide away, we're not gonna shy away. We're gonna be tapped in, turned on, tuned in the divine feminine way, right? This has nothing to do with gender. This is not avoiding stuff. This is dealing with stuff, right? Fate, the Taurus, divine intervention. This is fate, right? This is the Pluto, Plutonian transformation again, right? This Plutonian, right? So the thoughts can be isolating. So you might be hermiting in a way too, right? Well, because you're being guided by your ancestor guides, right? At this time, the alchemy that you're working on within your own inner hive, this nurture and compassion that you are gifting yourself to at this time. Be patient because the freedom, the leap that you seek, right? That is here, Uranus opportunity, right? So there's a major Uranus surprise, and this is Aquarius season too, right? So don't be deceived or tempted to be deceived by any unexpected storm. This one's gonna come out upside down, but I put it right side up. This is a 50-50 place, right? So for some, it's coming out of these unexpected storms, and for some, it's going into them. Don't allow for a storm that may have been unexpected to deter you on your path, right? Don't allow for sadness to consume your being because of a longing. That feeling doesn't allow you to be open to receiving. Trust in divine right timing. Everything's happening in divine right timing, right? This is your through. You're breaking through, right? Divine feminine energy, like how you feel. And so that's going to be forgiveness real, right? So here in love, what I hear and receive, there might be a coming back to a place in the masculine energies that they have this epiphany, right? Because again, now I'm saying it. So they have, it's like, if you want to speak about it, like in a person, he has an epiphany about the she. And in this epiphany moment, this breakthrough, he's too is trusting in this divine right timing too, right? So this energy speaks, right? They're waiting, they believe, so it's forming structure, this foundation. So someone wanting to build a solid foundation, trusting in the divine right timing, right? And so they're no longer upside down in regret about how they've repressed, because now is the action time, right? Because they're getting through the shadow side, the moon, the darker night, right? And now in autumn harvest, they're harvesting, right? Working through, and this change and having the courage to tap into that divine feminine energy, creating the change that is needed in order to go on successfully, right? And proceed following how your energy, how you really feel. Fulfillment, right? Fulfillment in this relationship, in this partnership, in this life partner, in this combining of energy, this Pluto transformation. Rebirth. That's what's happening this winter here for you, this rebirth, and it might feel like death. We got this. Let me remind you. You got this. Because you're the catalyst. You're the catalyst for divine change, right? You're someone that evokes progress and change in people, making them aware that something could be better, leaving them forever change. That'd be you. You're the alchemist. Here, the alchemist, right? You're a true alchemist with the ability to transmute negativity and darkness and bring it back to light, enabling others to reconstruct their reality and shift their perspective. You are uninhibited, okay? You are unbridled erotic energy in its purest tantalizing form, having the ability to help others release sexual fears and be more authentic in their sexual expression. So it's like the divine feminine energy tapped in, turned on, tuned in, awakens the divine masculine energy to go and be and seek that which is within his own whole entire being, uplifting the energy to be all that they can be. And it's freeing, right? And that in itself. So it's like you inspire the divine masculine energy to take action courageously. Fortunate. You are fortunate. This one here doesn't even belong in here, but here you go. Your soul is telling you, right, that not to settle. Your soul is telling you not to settle. Do not settle, right? Do not be in a state of avoidance because the action needed is too hard. Wow, right next to being fortunate. Okay, so you have a pioneering spirit that can manifest abundance easily. All that you touch turns to gold. Luck seems to be on your side. You can say, I'm not lucky. Luck doesn't seem to be on my side. Then you have to travel down your own gratitude line and get into that better line of alchemy that's going to allow for you to be healthy in your perception about luck, right? You are a traveling soul from another planet, my star seed, right? Who incarnated on Earth to inspire and heal human beings and to participate in the planet's evolution. Star seed, that be you, right? Intuition that you have, your captain turned on, tuned in. You have a strong intuition with an innate sense of events, thoughts, or feelings of others. Your intuition often manifests in a gut feeling that serves as an internal guide. Joy is not in things, it is in us. Richard Wagner. Right? Resilience. You are resilient. Okay? You are resilient. You don't give up despite the obstacles. You know how to take care of yourself and find peace in the storms of life. Okay? Hope. You're hopeful. You offer the most valuable gift there is, hope. Through your optimism and support, you inspire hope in others. Past life. Regal, seductive, and just a bit dangerous with Cleopatra energy. So strong you intimidate your prey, a very strong connection to Egypt. Right? You might be intimidating to others. And that could be something that you're learning more about now and learning to realize the perception you may have had about rejection has been just others' insecurities and feeling and their intimidation about how your energy makes them feel. And so since it's like wearing a disguise, it's like, well, let me just diss the bitch, right? Or make her feel a certain type of way. These are people that are unhealthy that think like that. And just snub her, you know, or this and that, or treat her irrelevantly because that her energy intimidates and also pokes at my demons that I'm unaware of myself. Or if you are aware of them, then that's a different type of hell. You know what I mean? But anyways, so you might intimidate people, and that's why they stay the fuck away from you. Right? That's another cold hard reality. Like we think that, you know, just because we have intuition, we tapped in, turned on, tuned in, it was something that I was proud of before it got dimmed. Because then I started being called a know-it-all. And it wasn't that I was saying psychic and all this kind of stuff and using these labels and terms. It's just tapped in, turned on, tuned in. Then after a while, people like, you know, I had to learn to respect other people's energies and privacies too, and realize that, oh my gosh, this is the thing. And not everybody always wants me to say or state the obvious and stuff like that. And so then you play into a lot of this energy, unspoken energy wars too, or conversations, because you're an energy speaker, right? You speak to the energy of the soul, even if the human is unaware of what the fuck is going on. You're that leveling of catalyst and change. I can have a whole conversation with a human and never spoke to the human and only the soul. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's deep, right? So it's just like, you know, I speak to souls, right? So it's learning to speak to the soul, right? And having clarity about how that's done for you, right? So storyteller. Many of you are artists of your own kind, whether it's performing in any kind of way. It could be performance artists, singers, musicians, whatever, actors, actresses, models, photographers, poets, writers, storytellers, freaking muses, digital creators, content creators, whatever you want to call, whatever it is that you do, you are an artist, you know, in that kind of way too. You have the ability to express life through stories and enhance your magic with symbols. Spirit may also communicate with you through synchronicity, right? So break free, allow yourself to express that which you are. The only time it's challenging to express that which you are is when you're trying to express that which you're not, or you're trying to settle or comply or be something that's not part of your own little hive, and you're trying to duplicate or copy something. You know, those become distorted messes. Self-love. Self-love. Okay. You advocate a healthy lifestyle, taking good care of your body, mind, and spirit, teaching others to give love back to themselves. Self-love. The dead. Right? Embracing your shadow side too, and that which is dark, because that which is dark does not necessarily mean evil, bad, or like, ooh, like you go to transmute your ego. No, you don't. It's a part of you. You have to infuse that which you're learning, all the different aspects of multidimensionality within you. And it's just good to get to know your whole entire vessel so that you could check your own self, mate. You know what I'm saying? You can communicate with the dead. It could be in the form of inner sensing, seeing, or hearing. So we were talking about that on my evolutionary blog too, about different planes of existence that can exist on the same dimension, and you could be sensitive to the different energies existing on the same planes of existence, on the same planes, even though not of the same, you know, world, so to speak, if that makes sense. And those that it doesn't fly over your head, you know why it makes sense to you, because you know what the fuck I'm talking about. Yeah. Everybody else, when you get there, catalyst. You're a fucking catalyst for major transformation and change. You're already the butterfly. Right? So flap your butterfly wings. And the butterfly story of having such a short lifespan to be its beautiful self, it makes no apology. So if this is the life that we live in, this earthly 3D perceived reality, and life is short, like people say, although it's the longest motherfucking thing you can ever possibly do, because even if your life is cut short, it's still the longest thing you have done. You get that? So in that lifespan of a butterfly, once it hatches and it lives for like 2 weeks, let's say, I don't know the exact time span, but it's not long. It'll make you think about that a little bit differently too. It rocks out as its beautiful self, and it doesn't care if you're fucking offended by it. Oh my God, it's too beautiful. How dare you be so beautiful? How dare you be so glorious and take the sight from other people's eyes off of me, because you have to float on by with your butterfly wing. But the longest part of the thing for the butterfly is that caterpillar kind of feel. Going through that cocoon, oh, that pain, for real. I do this with the kids with Fly Like a Butterfly. Like, there's different parts of the song, Fly Like a Butterfly, that you're going through, and there's one part when we're on our bellies, and we're going through, breaking through the I have the word at the tip of my tongue and I don't even know why. I can't even say it. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Okay. Here we go. Breaking through the chrysalis. Right? We're breaking through the chrysalis and morphing into the beautiful butterfly. And it's that grueling stuff, that that grueling stuff, but I like it because it's wiggling too, and you get to wiggle your body and loosen the fudge up, like in your caterpillar kind of pose, using your belly, working your core muscles. But you break it through your chrysalis, and the most you have no arms, you have no, like, you're just this like slithering kind of thing, right? And it's just like, work your body, work your movement, break through this chrysalis. Yeah, it's grueling. The butterfly don't see the light. All it sees is the dark. And it still keeps going through. And I look catalyst again. I just broke it in, like I just split the deck in half, right? And hypnotic, and then you have this hypnotic appeal to you. Like you're pleasing to the eyes. In energy, frequency, vibration, physical form, whatever it be, you're pleasing to the eyes. It's like, Okay, there's an intensity in your face, like staring into a tiger's eye. Primal energies with a whisper of chaos and passion, producing a sense of excitement in others. Right? And that's beautiful. I love that one. Mind power. Here you go. Here you go. How you gonna win if you ain't right within? How you gonna win if you ain't right within? How you gonna win if you ain't right within? Come again. You're a higher level soul with a mission to create transformation in people's minds so their emotions can come into balance. Performer, like we said, performing artist over here. So you come out beautiful. You are meant to be in the spotlight and be successful doing it, with a natural ability to draw a crowd and influence others with your charm and talent, multidimensionality, and you have more than one talent. You know what I mean? So that's what makes you like that quantifiable threats. Never mind double threat, triple threat, all this quantifiable, because I quantify with my quantify, with my quantify, I duplify, I multiply, I am flying. Magnetism. Here we go. Magnetism. You have a natural ability to make others come after you, possessing a powerful aura that makes it difficult to stay away. Thank you so much for tapping in, turning on, tuning in. You have a talent for mentoring or counseling relationships, having the ability to guide others to their path to love because of your own experiences and love. And that's going to be it too. When you get that divine partner, that life partner, that complementary partner for you, you are the beacon of example, of greed, of seed that this world needs to believe in love again. Sweetheart. You're a sweetheart. Your love is a sweetheart. Together, sweethearts. You live from love, seeing divinity and love beneath the surface and shaping others' worlds and experiences through the perception of the heart. Right? So yeah. Descendants. You come from a long line of healers, herbalists, and wise folk. Their ancient knowing resonates today deep in your spirit. You will know yourself by knowing them. Beautiful. Thank you so much for tapping in, turning on, tuning in with I. I hope that you enjoyed all of this and that you continue to enjoy all of this. By the time you watch this, it'll be in another evolution of time and space. But either way, I hope that when you do meet me in this multidimensionality space, isn't that wonderful how we can travel in time, past, present, and future, all intertwined, and how it can happen all at one time, right? My past meeting your present, here in the now, living in the future. Isn't it kind of cosmic and quantum and mind-blowing when you can think of that like that, right? To know that in the past, I speak to you now. Isn't that amazing? So that's pretty deep and far out there. But either way, I enjoy meeting all of you here. We are space travelers, my dear, and we're transformers in every kind of majestic way. That is just evolutionary and soul refreshing to be on. I wrote some notes down. I have wrote, you're listening to me? Shattered glass. Excellent. I'm a glass cleaner. Pick up shards of glass everywhere. Excellent. Repairing glass. Delicate, sensitive, piercing, painful. I'm gonna make coffee. So next year's plan, start right now. I'm going to turn to a random page turner of my book. I hope that you are enjoying the reading with me of The Darker Nightlight of My Soul, Volume 1, Love Bites, a mini lovesick adventure. So make sure to check out that playlist, because there's a playlist where I am doing the book reading. I'm reading my book that I published many moons ago, over 6 years ago, that I have yet to read. So I'm reading it with you all. Either way, we're going to turn to a random page. There is magic to be seen, felt, shared, explored, tasted, discovered. Time to observe. Listen to love's sound. That means to actually sit in silence and kindly be quiet. Witness as lovers naturally resist their own surrender with every savory love bite. Stubborn with delight. Beyond rational comprehension, lovers stay and hang tight, savoring every bite. For the creeps come out at night. Pirate eyes rise in love. This lovesick wonderland adventure first began starting from its end, calling him my friend. Lovers let go in order to manifest their full potential at growth. Fairy tales coming true. Patience and evolution are friend. As she walks away, he looks away, shuffling away, both desiring the other to stay. As each silently prays, feeling like the end of all days. Soul gut-wrenching pain, a little too late, a twist of fate. As she turns the page, igniting waves, she takes center stage. Loves the stake at stake. Wherefore art thou, Romeo? As she lets him go, introducing her to glow. Moving rather slow, if you ask me. There goes inner listening. Pay attention. That's that. I don't wind up my tush. It's extra powerful now. Let's see what the fairies have to say. Bippity boppity boo. Bippity boppity boo. Bippity boppity boo. Hidden depths. Something hidden is about to come to light. Perhaps a secret or memory at the back of your mind. When we expose what's hidden, we can become free. Feel that. Hidden depths. No, Shishak. There's hidden depths between you and I. Light. Okay? Light. The Fairy Queen of Light comes to shed love and light onto your current situation and to remind you that light can penetrate the darkness. Beautiful. Here's the opportunity to like this video, to subscribe to my channel, to go check out all the playlists that I have over there. You can follow me on Instagram at Enchantress, ENCHANTRESS. You can follow, and you can also subscribe for 99 cents. And when you do, you will be gifted immediate access to exclusive content shared nowhere else except to my subscribers over there. Over hundreds of exclusive posts posted daily, hidden from the public, shared exclusively to subscribers. And just for 99 cents, you can cancel at any time. You can eat the MANNA that is wonderful over there and enjoy the pleasantries of loads of content, DIY, strategize for your evolutionary rise, high prosperity, abundance, health, wealth, self. One-on-one lives with me too. Just having, access to me, your Insta Muse. So you can go check that out over there. You can go to witchyutopian.com for exclusive, one-of-a-kind, handcrafted goods, handcrafted home decor, handcrafted potent as fudge, alchemy tools, magic tools, enchanted tools for you to use. Definitely, I make everything myself, and it's the ingredients that carry within it. It's truth, dopest, it's energy, frequency, anyways, that too, but the ingredients are very special inside of all the creations I make. Along with a subscription box. Let me be your monthly muse, magical muse, inspirational muse in a box type subscription experience for just $30 delivered to your door once a month. You will get handcrafted items from me, handpicked items from me, and a very special box that is just truly intimate between you and I. No box is the same. Everyone gets something different. It's personalized. It's alchemy in a box, a muse in a box type of experience. And the reviews that I'm receiving from those that have subscribed or even bought just one time, it's truly amazing to be able to create. I love what I do, and the time I take and the attention and focus I put into every single subscription. I'm just grateful to be sitting in full joy, creating every single box of alchemy that is powerful and potent as can be. So, yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for those that have subscribed. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much. Do leave a review of your experience on my Google business page, because that is dope as fudge in every kind of way. If you can be that lovely and kind, especially since you are benefiting or enjoying and loving the content that I create or the creations that I do create, and our connection. Thanks. Life energy. This is life energy, right? The happy fairy of sunshine brings lots of life-giving energy. She reminds you to shine your light and to reveal anything in the shadows that needs to be healed. Right? So life energy, gifting of life energy, light through these hidden depths of sorrow. Sorrow is another kind of octave too that we can rise and raise. Temptation, okay? Are you in denial about an unhealthy habit? Perhaps one that makes you feel guilty? This fairy says you have the power to overcome temptation, whatever its guise. Beautiful. Manifestation. Be very honest and clear about what you wish to manifest in your life. Now write it down on paper, Manifestation, step 1. Healing. Now it's time for you to give or receive healing. Everyone has a natural ability to heal others. Yes, even you. Come together. Stop this separation bullshit. Fairies like to be busy, and a group of them is showing you that many hands make light work. Working as a team helps get the job done. Exactly. And we all be a part of this big galactic quantum team and stop picking each other apart, thinking one's better than the other just because you got another revelation of an elevation of an evolution for yourself. Everybody's evolution is fucking different, and it's not going to look like yours, so that's not for you to tell. You're supposed to express from your own living well and keep it like that, keep it moving. Wisdom. Right? Have you ever been told that you're wise beyond your years? Now is the time to call upon your inner fairy wisdom to help you with the challenge. Fairy spotting. Do you spot other fairies in the world too? And say hello? It's time to go fairy spotting. It's said that seeing is believing, but in fact the opposite is true. Believing is seeing. Yep. Alrighty. So thank you so much. Ask for help, okay? Don't be too prideful to not ask for help, even if it's just for a hug. A hug would be so healing. I'm hugging you. I'm hugging you. I'm hugging you. You hugged me back. Thank you. Angels are celestial beings to protect everyone. And the fairies say now is the time for you to ask for angelic assistance. Light. The fairy queen of light comes to shed love and light onto your current situation and to remind you that the light can penetrate the darkness. Inner child. The fairies of playfulness remind you to make time to embrace your inner child. Playing keeps us young at heart. Do something silly and fun, but safe. Fairy spotting. Okay, we're repeating. So, thank you so much. It's like a little mix. Evolutionary babble mixed with many variations of babbling. Look down, someone's going through the dark night of the soul, and the dark night light of the soul. Nothing in my life is making sense. Nice triggered old patterns. Right, so if you're here and you're triggered because of old patterns, that surface, that hurt, something triggered you into that. Just understand too that that's part of the cycle that wants to come into. You've been born in 1991, be 19 years old. Because of the work that you're doing, the evolutionary work that you're doing, the work that you're even wanting to do, being triggered and acknowledging that you're being triggered is a great step in the right direction, because it's allowing you to see that you're ready to hold yourself accountable and responsible for that which you want to make, right? So 111, right? 39. 42, right? So someone here too, right? I've hurt you and I'm sorry. I hope you can forgive me someday and understand I was reacting in fear. So you might have energies too from your past that might be regretful of how they maybe treated you. Be 34 years old, be 41 years old. You're 43 years old, 49. You've been born in 1994, 1942. And because of you, they're starting to see what's really important in life. So there could be people or energies around you that because of you and the position that you are in, even if you're triggered, right? Just think about the energy that you have, right? You're powerful and impressionable and inspiring and motivating and encouraging to others, whether you realize it or not. Communication. You need to communicate. People want to, there's also energies here that want to communicate with you, but they feel like you won't hear them. So yeah, so the message that I'm really just getting here is how you are the catalyst for change in many people's lives, whether they hurt you, whether they're there to grow with you, whether they're a partner, a family member, a relative, whatever, whatever. The people in your life are starting to see whether they're in your life still or not, but your energy in their world is shifting. There is a leveling of acknowledgement about you and who you've been for them in their life, whether you're in their life now or not. There is major growth happening in their evolution. And I know that it may not be shown to you at this time. You might not see that. You might not see that these people have been going through certain kind of things that that you know nothing about because you're living your life somewhere else. There's a lesson to be learned from this. Hold on. There's a lesson to be learned from this. So there's a lesson to be learned from this, right? And there's a lesson to be learned from this. There's a lesson to be learned from this. So, karmic ties, right? Karmic ties. Past lives are influencing, right? So there's a coming to like 1984, 1985, 1981, 1980, 1978, 1979, 53, 51, 45, 43, 47. Right, so but this growth, this is a growth through challenges too, right? So there might be someone to okay, 5-5. Bring me mine. Thank you.
You stab it. You don't open it. You stab it.
You want to do it for me?
No.
Really good. Really, really good. Thank you. Thank you. I feel your energy around me and I wonder, are you thinking of me too? So this kind of energies that I'm picking up on are from people who have had time to reflect upon the meaning you've and the impact that you have had in their lives. whether it's present, past, right? They're reflecting upon this, right? And it's a challenge because they're growing right now. So you may not even know of all of this because it's more than one person here. So this could be, and it could be really reflective in maybe your present relationships right now that are healthy. So these could be unhealthy past relationships that that are of no influence in your current life now because you've already cut the tie, you already cut the cord, right? You already healed from that experience, you've moved forward. And so now because they're in that cycle, that pattern, that behavior, that lesson that they didn't learn, that truth that they tried to deny, or the way that you have impacted their life, or they didn't, or maybe it was even too like a lack of appreciation for your energy, right? So these could be people that didn't fucking value you when you were around, and now that they don't have you, they're like, fuck, I lost the real one right there. And then they're like, could be reminiscing about all the times that you have been that light, that beacon, that friend, that family member, that support, that energy of support, that genuine energy of just kindness, support, wisdom in their life. And now, whatever the case may be, whatever the case may be, they've had storms, they're having triggers, they're having things that they're going through in their life that is causing them to really, really understand the leveling of real that you were for them in their life, because they don't have it now. Or maybe they don't have it now. But look at another growth, 6, right? So I miss you. So you're being missed by certain energies of the past. And then for the energies that are here now in the present, the ones that are still in your life and stuff like that, or this could be like a relationship that's emerging, right? That this life partner or this complementary partner or whatever the case may be, that you're not together as of yet in that kind of way, or the people that are close to you, your close friends that are now, like, it might be 1, 2 people, it doesn't fucking matter, but you're close, whatever is your close knit now, the value that you guys have for one another is growing, right? But you are a true catalyst of change for the people in your life. You help people to grow. And so it could be showing in your now present relationships the way that it didn't show once before. So now you might have valuable friendships who share in that with you. So now you can see the leveling. Like you might have a friendship, a best friend now, right? That when you go and you reflect upon that, because these energies want to be made known, it's for life cycles of growth that we're just here. This is for educational purposes and stuff like that. And you reflect upon it, you're like, wow, like my best friend now makes me feel like on top of the world, right? As a friend, as a supporter, as a person that is complementary to their energy, and I don't feel shortchanged or shaded in any kind of way, because I'm giving, it's a nice give and give and receive. So now the people that maybe let's say an old best friend or a person or old lover and so like, so you might have a lover right now who treats you adoringly and with so much like respect, and you have chemistry or whatever the case may be, and they treat you like a queen, king, or whatever the case may be, and now travel back, these people that were from your past from before, whether it's a friend, lover, or whatever, they're reflecting now because this is missing from their life. And you were that on some real shit. You were a friend. You were a lover. You were that energy of support that was priceless, that can't be replicated. I'm looking down on here in regards to growth. 5-6 progression in a relationship. Right? Let's both stop running away. So this could be now where someone wasn't ready. They're ready to now go the next step, travel the next step. Path at the end. 6, union. What the fuck I just said? So this reading came out. This is already the second or third time marriage is coming up. There's some kind of union that is manifesting into existence. Our love will manifest through the union of heart and mind. Expanding these areas allows our love to grow. A union growth, 6-6 here. So look at 81, 18, 1981, 1987, 1983, 1986. Back to the, I did another video, I don't know which one, but I was talking about all the 80s. If you were born in the 80s. 1961, 1965, 1966, 38, I said that already, right? 51, 42, 66, 1966, 1971, 1981, 37, 38. That's Andromeda. The Andromeda is speaking. 36, 37. 43, 47. Mirrors. Mirrors coming up again. Right? So mirrors. Mirroring love. So finally, the communication. Right? So you think I'm not listening, but I am. I hear everything you're saying, even replay the conversations in their head. So someone is in their field, right, about who you are to them in their life, for real, whether they're past people or present people now. You have people in their field. Somebody's really in their feelings about you. A love like ours can change the world, and that is how they feel about it. They feel like you uplift them. They feel like you have helped them transform into the, I hear man, right, woman that I'm best, that I'm that I know myself to be, and stuff like that, or that I can be. Like I didn't. Union. Our love will manifest, right? Our love will manifest 11-11 here, because you got 11-11 right here, right? Got 11-11 right here, right? Union, love like ours can change the world. I'm seeing synchronicities like your name and working out what they mean, right? Right, and then, but there might be some telepathic communication too, right? Happening. One of us is sad or angry, and it's creating an energetic match and frequency with the other, right? So there might be something in the sad department or the longing department that's still being worked through the department, right? That, because for romantic messages, right? I'm tired of being away from you physically. I'm trying to process my fear so I can come back to you. That's right here. I didn't even see that came out before. Didn't even read it. It was right there. To be born in 1974, could be 47 years old too. Our mission is to be unconditional love, right? And it's a challenge at this time. Clearing our programming is a necessary part of opening our hearts. So, bam, right? So I know I need to release attachments, right? Which is happening, right? The balancing act is happening. and creating a plan, right? To leave him or her, or attachments. It doesn't have to be people, because I'm never gonna say that that's healthy. When someone leaves somebody else and all this kind of stuff, you need to allow yourself that time to be by yourself. You need that alone space again. So to jump from relationship to relationship, I'm not with none of that shit. I don't advocate it. I think that when you end a relationship, give yourself time away from all relationships and give yourself the much needed over at least a year of fucking kumbaya to yourself. Seriously, where you're not like where you're celibate, where you're not just spreading yourself so thin, or fulfilling just a bodily function and a need, to actually be able to go celibacy for over a year if you can, especially depending on how long you were with someone else. I'm supposed to do a video on celibacy. We'll talk more openly about that. I'm not talking about celibate 3 months, 6 months. I have 6 months. But yet you're getting like turned on still by every single witch thing that works your way. And you're like, this is so hard. Like, it shouldn't be hard to not want to spread yourself so thin. And I don't mean to sound harsh when I do. I'm just speaking from an energetic space of experience. And that's where that's coming from. I stand firm in that. Do what you want. I judge you not, but I know what I'm doing and what I'm not. You know, that kind of thing. Our inner guidance is clear, but our ego is resisting it. So yeah, so shedding that side too, the mirror part, because it's still a vulnerability. You show up in my dreams to help me process buried memories too. So you might be showing up in people's dreams as well, because there's some information coming into light. When in 1981, 1986, 1987, 1984, 1967, 1966. Yeah. Yeah. When I'm also sad or angry, when I let myself go deeper into thoughts of you, I can feel my heart opening, right? And one of us stay conscious of this, and if possible, try to help to elevate it. So you're helping each other elevate past one's own insecurities, past one's own lack of courage, so to speak, because the passions are awakening so live. Right, so this was reversed and stuff like that. So either way, I feel like this is just trying to go back to that other story, which I'm not going to. So we're skipping. Choosing not to go down the route of those old energies that are in their feelings about you. If they're not in your life now, I'm sure it was for good reason. So remember that. What kind of healthy mindset, happy life can we give to one another at this time in regards to? I need to take out all the cards. Right? Anyway, there are 2 types of people in this world. Those who allow outside world to dictate, right, their mindset, and those who strive to create their outside world with an intentional mindset, right? So your mind is like a muscle that needs proper nourishment and consistent training in order to be healthy. So that's what these cards are going to be all about, okay? Enjoying healthy relationships, strong careers, durable health, and desirable life experiences all begin with a healthy mindset. So cheers to a healthy mindset, right? By randomly, right? So we're going to randomly draw 1 card from here, and this is here. Right, so I'm going to read the introduction of this card. In today's day and age, there's often little attention given to the importance and benefits of training your mind. right? Although the mind isn't actually a muscle, it functions in much the same way. The more training it receives, the stronger it gets, the more it can accomplish, and the healthiest it will become. The result is the ability to create a life that before you could own. Just because it's far and it's a little dark, so hold on. The more training it receives, the stronger it gets, the more it can accomplish, and the healthier it will become. The result is the ability to create a life that before you could only dream about. An untrained mind, on the other hand, is like an untrained puppy going to the bathroom wherever it feels like, making a huge mess in the process. That doesn't have to be you, all right? So that doesn't have to be you. So, it's split the second half, and here we go. Shake it off. Shake it off is not just a saying. It actually has a lot of physical and mental benefits. I do this a lot with children, like especially after something that might have like worked your muscles. I'm like, all right, shake it off, shake it off. Like, shake it off, shake it off, shake it off, shake it off. So shake it off. Shake it off. You can take a screenshot picture of that. All right. And put it on like your dresser, print it out, whatever you have to do. Take a screenshot. Okay. Take a screen. Yeah, shake it off. It's not just a saying. It actually has a lot of physical and mental benefits. It can help release stuck emotions, alleviate mental stress, and return balance to the mind and body. The same is true for rebounding on mini trampolines. This week, start the day out with a good shaking or rebounding session. Shake it off, right? Begin by gently lifting yourself up and down by rocking back and forth on your feet. Use your knees to bounce your body without leaving the ground, adding your hands and then arms as it feels comfortable. Oh my God, go watch my movement videos. I post so many of those, right? Move your body with me. Come shake, come stretch your love with me. It's the invitation. I am a big stretch advocate, movement advocate. For those of you that may not know, I was raised in a household that martial arts was like one of the biggest things that like my dad was a fanatic about, I was a fanatic about, and stuff like that. And me wanting to be a fairy ninja, this, that, the third dancer, ballerina kind of stuff. And so movement and body and awareness, and then also my sensitivity to energies and stuff like that, and the movement of energy. So I grew up on martial arts, Tai Chi, Qigong, and stuff like that. And also for training for massage therapy, occupational therapy, the school that I went to, I had to take all these things. I had to take yoga, I had to take Tai Chi, I had to take Qigong. So it was like a remembrance of all these things that I grew up naturally on and stuff like that. So the importance of it, I'm a big, huge health, wealth, stealth, stretch, mind, body, heart, and soul advocate. And so I invite you, I do it, I share 60-second videos that allows you and invites you to do stuff like that in your own space, right? In the privacy of your own place, to just get into the ambiance of the energy that is created in the videos that I create and just go and do it on your own, right? Or schedule one-on-one with me if you want, and we'll get into that zone. That is what I fucking do on a day-to-day basis. Not just here on the screen and all this kind of stuff. We're posting memes and all this kind of stuff behind the scenes. I'm actively doing all these kind of things. Children, adults, everyone. It's my thing. I love it. Okay. So yeah, so truly, let me be your muse. Let me love you. Right? So this week, start the day out with a good shaking or rebounding session. Begin by gently lifting your shoulders up and down, right? I do videos like that too. There was one, loosen the fuck up with me is what I called it, right? Go loosen the fuck up with me, right? So there we go. Use your knees to bounce your body without leaving the ground, adding your hands and then arms as it feels comfortable. Experiment with different speeds, finding just the right intensity that invigorates you while not overstressing your body. Start in the morning with 2-minute sessions and then gradually increase to 10 minutes. You should feel a mental reset that will give your mindset an easier path towards empowerment. I love that. So I think I'm going to start adding these to the videos, like even if it's just at the end and stuff like that. And then, whatever. So, right. So shake it off and then a digital detox. But, whatever the case may be, we'll see. But either way, Shake it off. I think that's gonna be the title of this. Shake it off. Okay, shake it all off. Shake it all off. Okay, I've been trying to say goodbye to y'all for a while already. So I am so thankful. I am grateful. I'm so thankful. I am grateful. I'm so thankful. I am grateful. Uh-huh. 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 So welcome. Thank you so much for tapping in, turning on, tuning in. Till next time, my friends. Come again. Oh, yeah. Thank you so much for helping me grow my channel. We are almost there, reaching the next milestone goal of 1,000 plus subscribers or more. For every 1,000 plus subscribers, we celebrate by I going live, you joining me during the live, and us having a fun, crafty old time. I say bring your crafts, right? Because I'm going to come, we'll be crafting and oracling, and we're going to be chatting and babbling. And then also there's giveaways, there's prizes. I play games. I love that. I even have a spin a wheel game. And also, let me buy you a drink. I prefer smoothies, but I'm not here to judge. I set a budget of cash prizes that I plan to not go over my budget. And then when we play the game, and if you're there during the live, you can win some money. What you do with it, I say let me buy you a drink, but what you honestly do with the money is whatever the hell you want with it. You know what I'm saying? So with that in mind, that's just my gratitude. That's me saying thank you so much for tapping in, turning on, tuning in, and showing your support for my channels, for the things that I do and stuff like that. So also too, I'm gonna be creating an Amazon wish list that I'm gonna include because yeah, because I buy a lot of like food for the wildlife and things like that too. So I'm gonna start adding those things to the Amazon wish list, because I have an old Amazon wish list and people have gotten stuff from there and all this kind of stuff. But now with the new Amazon, I'm gonna update all of that kind of stuff, because I've been getting messages like, you know, even ask for help. Like, you know, I spend a lot of money on the animals that I feed and things like that. Like if you ever wanted to contribute, like, or that's your token of like, you know, whatever, because I do create videos sharing the stuff that I share, but everything that I buy is expensive. Everything's, you know, like it's not, that's just it. But like I'm not just saying like just expensive, but I'm just saying like it's every day. Like and so if you ever wanted to contribute to like bird food or squirrel food or deer food, like any of those kind of things, I'm gonna add them in the Amazon wish list. And if you do, oh my gosh, and if you include your information, I would definitely like, you know, thank you on my channel as well. And then also create a video for you to see what I use it for. And that video, it goes out because, you know, I like to be one with my nature anyways. And I spend a lot of quality time with wildlife and animals in general, like animals. So yeah, that's a part of my journey too. So yeah, and then I will definitely be sharing that too with my cousin Lady Strange, because she too feeds the animals. So I just thought about that right now. Like I haven't even spoken to her to tell her that, but that shit just popped into my head. Like, so anything that you would send and stuff will go, I would be sharing with my cousin too, because she's another animal whisperer and she does a lot of stuff that, you know, and that could be you too. You could be doing a lot of stuff that nobody sees. That's not true. Everything is seen. So start to see yourself, right? And ask for help. Shake it off. Ask for help. I love that. Shake it off. Ask for help. Okay. Till next time. Thank you so much.